All right. Good day, everyone. Welcome to this PIMvendors.com webinar. I'm Stephan Spijkers. I'm co-founder of PIMvendors.com. And today I'm joined by Alexander Zinchenko from AtroCore. Before we turn over the stage to him and have him give a demo of AtroCore and specifically, or AtroPIM, and specifically on the features and functionalities around creating print and PDF files from your product data, I first have some housekeeping to share with you. So we have a session today with a common field, and we would love to have your questions and feedback during the session itself. So if you have any feedback you'd like to share, challenges you'd like to share, questions, please use that sidebar, and I'll try to weave your questions into the conversations live. Or if you don't want to share your questions or answers in a live call with a wide audience, reach out after the call to either Alex or to me. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find us, and we'll help you with your questions and challenges one-on-one. And the other one is that we're recording this session. So if you have to leave early, maybe something came up, don't worry. We're recording the full session. So if you want to rewatch that live demo or the discussion, or maybe the Q&A session, I don't know, then you can do that at your own leisure, as we are doing a full recording, which I'll share with you personally after this meeting has ended. So with that housekeeping out of the way, you can always go and visit our website, PIMvendors.com, if you want product data information or want to visit the list of our partners, the product data partners that we have in our tooling and that we create our shortlists with. And one of those tools is AtroPIM by AtroCore. And that's why I wanted to give Alex the opportunity to showcase, well, first of all, maybe introduce himself, but also then showcase the tooling today to help you understand their unique proposition better. Alex, welcome. Yeah, could you give a quick introduction of yourself and the company maybe?
Hello. First of all, I want to thank you, Stefan, for having me today. It is a pleasure to be able to take part in this workshop. So my name is Alexander Zinchenko. I am a managing director and product owner of the company AtroCore, which is working on two major software products, which are AtroCore itself. So the product has the same name as our company name, and AtroPIM. Let me start with introducing myself a little bit. So I have a passion for IT for all my life. I wrote my first program, I think, being 14 years old, and working on structured data is actually this is the thing I do my whole life. I studied business administration and business informatics in the University of Passau. And for the last 5 years, I work in my own company, which is AtroCore, developing such excellent software products like AtroCore and AtroPIM. So AtroCore is a software which is more responsible for data management, system integration, master data management. So this is actually the base for AtroPIM, and AtroPIM is on-top solution which is installed on the AtroCore platform, which can be used for product information management. And there are a lot of other different modules which can be used. Actually, depending on the customer needs, we always choose the module set which is the best fit to solve special dedicated tasks and problems. So let me jump directly to our short presentation.
Yes.
Tell me, Stefan, if you see it.
Yeah, if you can click on hide, Alex, that would be awesome. Yes, perfect.
Okay, so our company is a worldwide active company. We currently have more than 500 adopters worldwide, which use our software in more than 30 countries. Our software is open source and free in the base version. So AtroCore and AtroPIM are free for usage if you install them on your own server infrastructure. And you can purchase from us different premium modules, implementation service, or you can also use software as a service version, which comes already with certain premium modules pre-installed. The vast majority of our users are manufacturers. So I would say about 50% of our customers are manufacturers. and I can describe our customers as companies who want to go beyond the standard software functionality and standard software needs. I can proudly say our largest customers are Bridgestone and Acer. These names are well known to everybody. I think Bridgestone is our French-based customer. Acer is our Switzerland-based customer. Then we have such customer as Adam Hall. This is the largest German customer. Versa is our largest Spain customer, which is responsible for spare part manufacturing, industrial spare part manufacturing. And Nahdi is our largest pharmacy retailer in Saudi Arabia. So I would say we are very well presented internationally, and we have even a couple customers in Australia. So what we do, like I mentioned, main software products are AtroCore and AtroPIM, and we also offer a lot of modules. Some of the modules are free to be installed and used, and other modules are premium modules and they can be purchased. Purchased means you can purchase it and use it for forever, or you can pay only a rental fee. Our typical projects are projects about PIM implementation, MDM implementation, system and data integration, and data publishing. And often it is also mixed. So in big projects, we do all of this. In smaller projects, we do only part of these tasks. The projects are implemented by ourselves directly, or we also have a couple of implementation partners. They are responsible for implementation of our software in other countries. Today, we talk about product data publishing, especially about the catalog generation in the PDF format. So we are well equipped in this area, and we developed our own solution for native PDF generation. And we also offer, of course, InDesign integration, so that the data which is prepared in AtroPIM or AtroCore can be fully automatically synchronized to InDesign, so you can prepare and finalize your catalog directly in InDesign. As for native PDF generation, we use HTML5, CSS3 technology to produce templates on which basis the PDF documents are generated, or additionally, we also can use LibreOffice template, which are like more relevant, for example, for the generation of ERP documents. And we can generate documents of any complexity with any dynamic rules, and also with absolutely different structures. And we have a lot of parameters how we can interfere the PDF generation itself. So our solution support also the generation of large documents over 1,000 pages, for example, and natively generated PDFs can be generated on the fly or fully automatically in the background, so you don't even need to click on the button generate. What are advantages of HTML, CSS-based PDF generation? Of course, it is the possibility to generate it on the fly directly. It takes only a couple of seconds. I will show it later how it works. Or you can generate a document in the background, and this document can be appended to some record available in your PIM software. Another important advantage is design flexibility. If some person who knows HTML and the CSS is working, the probability to achieve a high quality result is very high. Ease of development. So if you have a person who knows HTML, CSS, development can be very easy. We also gathered a lot of experience in this area, so we can offer also implementation of the templates directly from our company. And the last big advantage is possibility to use control parameters. So let's say if you want to generate a PDF document which should have some dynamic rules to be used. For example, if I talk about product data sheet and I want to decide if I want to use a single image in the header, or for example, 2 images, I can set the logic up by using control parameters. So by using control parameters, I can dynamically define how my PDF should be built. Of course, it should be considered directly in the development of the template, but it is possible and also used by a couple of our customers.
Can you give an example of that, Alex? Or would you like to control? Maybe would that be, I don't know, prices or?
Let me take a direct example. For example, for this product data sheet, we have a configuration parameter which defines, for example, if this header image is to be located on the whole A4 page, or it should take only a half. So there are products which are very simple, and for that we use one single template, but through usage of control parameters, I can impact the logic how everything is created. And for example, through usage of control parameters, I can define, for example, which sections should be hidden. For example, I don't want a certain section to appear on my product sheet, so I can just hide it. Or another example could be, for example, if I want to use two images here, or if I want to use one single big image.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. My other question is maybe an extension to this is you said either you help to develop this with the customer, or you have implementation partners doing this. Do you see customers doing this themselves, or is the design thing you want to have help with, after which you maybe can tweak some things manually as a customer?
It can be the solution can be used directly by the customer itself. We have a couple of customers who purchased this extension for our software. They use this software directly on premise basis on their own server, and they have managed to implement the solution by themselves without our help. The reason for that is that this paid module comes with example templates. And this example, I will show this example template later. Through these examples, you can learn a lot which possibilities you can have, how to do one thing or another. So examples are very informative. Let me jump back to my presentations. Disadvantages about the dev creation directly in the PIM. Main disadvantage is no manual post-processing is possible after the catalog is created. Everybody needs to define how I want to manage it, how beautiful it should be at the end. So, for example, the vast majority of our customers don't need a beautiful catalog. They just need a catalog to describe all technical and to have all the important technical information and make it available and understandable for their customer. I will show later a couple of real life examples how the catalogs might look like. But if you want to create something beautiful, maybe the InDesign would be a better approach, because in InDesign you can make small changes. After catalog is created, you can move some content blocks, you can remove some lines, you can make some exceptions on one page, and on another page it may look different. We can cover this a little bit by usage of control parameters. So through usage of control parameters, you can easily generate a catalog, check how it looks like, and then maybe make some changes through control parameters and regenerate it again. But you work with the whole document itself. You cannot open it and just like in InDesign move some block a couple pixels to the right, to the left. So it is not possible. You work with the catalog as a whole. And if you want to do a change, you need to go inside of the template, and you need to change that template. And that's why also the main challenge about this is debugging challenges. If we implement some templates for our customers, we always need to test it a lot with real data and understand how we can solve one problem or another. Should we implement somewhere these control parameters to make it easier for us and make debugging easier? And of course, knowledge of HTML, CSS is important. And for the template itself, we also use Twig template engine. So it is very easily understandable software. If somebody knows HTML, CSS, he can understand it very quickly. So which document types we can generate? Let me switch back to presentation mode. Actually, we can generate any kind of PDF documents. We can generate product catalogs, product data sheets, flyers and brochures. We can generate sales documents, quotes, price lists, individual quotations, with a lot of product data, with images and so on.
Maybe
we can even generate contracts. Yes.
Yeah, maybe give some. I mean, one of the key things the discussions we have with customers is: do you manage price in PIM or not? Right, and that may be not a webinar where we go into the pricing logic in AtroPIM, but one of the things is we recommend not to manage price in PIM. But here you clearly say, hey, manage the whole product catalog and also the price lists there. Could you maybe shine some light on how you manage that, and also maybe in combination with the contracts?
Actually, it is a typical challenge for a retailer. We have a couple of retailer customers who really want to manage the price directly in PIM, and they even have implemented a very complex logic about how this price is calculated. It is not a way how I recommend to have it, but technically it is possible. Basically, you have always two options. The first option is to manage to use our software as a proxy system. So in case we do, for example, system integration, we integrate e-commerce platform or marketplace with ERP software, and there is nothing between except of AtroCore. And it means AtroCore have all the information about product. It gets the information about customers and orders from the e-commerce platform, but it should also have price information to be able to synchronize this information to the e-commerce platform. And this price, currently we have one project. In this project, calculate prices dynamically because customer want to have a individual price for every B2B customer, and calculation of these prices in ERP is very complex topic. So we use our software to take all the parameters needed to calculate that price, and we synchronize the price to the e-commerce platform directly. So it is also possible. But the usual case is, of course, just to get the price inside from the ERP and show it to somebody directly in PIM, or in a more advanced case to synchronize that price to e-commerce.
Cool. There's a question, Alex, from Sarah in the audience. She says, is there an API to do print on demand or share directly the instruction for printers?
We have our software is built a API first. It means you have API for everything what is available as a functionality in the software. So if I have a button execute in the software itself, I can click on this button via API. And actually, API enables me to do also a little bit more than I can do with buttons via user interface. So answer is yes, you can activate creation of the PDF by the API, and you can also download the generated document by API, and you can make it fully headless.
I think that answers the question, but if not, Sarah, let me know, and we'll dive in even deeper. Thanks.
What we also can implement, for example, manuals and guides like assembling instructions. So we have a customer who produce a very complex wooden constructions, and he wanted to generate the assembling instructions for that wooden constructions directly in the PIM. So he just managed the content blocks, and out of these content blocks, the dynamic PDF document, the dynamically created assembling instruction can be prepared and also automatically synchronized to the website or e-commerce platform. Okay, how we manage all that and how we create our PDFs. We defined so-called types for our PDF building blocks. And these building blocks are, for example, the ability to use a static PDF. So I can upload some PDF file which I generated in InDesign or somehow by some other way. I can use PDF templates for a dynamic PDF generation itself. I can automatically create table of content, which is generated automatically based on my predefined design. I will show you this a little bit later. And I can also generate PDFs based on some dynamic data, for example, for select products or for product selected based select. So this is all about theory. So let me switch directly to the practice part. Okay, so PDF creation is a premium functionality. So to be able to use it, you need to purchase our paid module. And if you purchase this module, you will automatically get these two examples. Stefan, back to your question. So everybody who purchased this module get these examples, and these examples are very generalistic, so they can be used by everyone, regardless which product data is inside of the instance. So maybe let's start directly with the first example. In this configuration, my PDF document consists of 3 parts. We call it PDF items, and I can also create new PDF items by selecting the type I was talking before. And you see here I have 3 PDF items. It is a catalog front page, which is usually some static PDF file, but not in this case. In this case, we use item type PDF template. It means to create the front end page, we just use some widget. So this is what is needed to create my my title page. You see basically only these 5 lines make it possible to create, and this is some additional styling options. So this make it possible to create PDF like this. Then I have a table of content, and then I have a dynamic item which generate dynamically a PDF document for every product. So the logic is simple. We define the rules which content blocks should it be. Then if I click on the execute, as I mentioned before, this execution can be also fully automated. And if I click on the execute, the system in this case start to create a PDF document. I can see it here as a background job. And when it is completed, the file I have here will be recreated, or maybe the system will create another one. I have also an option to replace existing file. For this, I need to check this checkbox. And if the document is created, let us wait a little bit.
And you can do this for as many products as you like, Alex, right? So this is just...
Yes. In my example, in my real life examples, I have a catalog about 500 pages. This is about technical data, and the problem for that customer is that they provide equipment for ocean transporters, and that ocean transporters often have no internet, and they need to be able to select appropriate parts to be replaced offline, and to be able to order it. So everyone has his own special requirements. And by the way, so everything I show here and now, it is a standard functionality which is available directly out of the box. Of course, it is possible to implement additional logic to extend this standard functionality.
Yeah. And with these building blocks, you can basically dynamically create those. For example, the manual that you just described, you can just create it dynamically with a standard catalog front page, a standard table of contents, then the actual content that you want to see in that, for example, for the spare parts or the instructions, and then maybe a a standard appendix as well, right?
Yes. All you need to do, you need to configure all these items, and by drag and drop, you can decide which is where, for example, my table of content is located. And what you need to understand, this may be one or multiple parts. This can be one or multiple pages. This also can be this section could also consist of multiple pages. And if I in this case, I have a PDF feed of type aggregation. Aggregation means this feed can consist of other feeds. So I can create this PDF document, and this PDF document itself can also consist of different other PDF templates. So it is basically like a building block game where you build your catalog with a little bit knowledge of PDF, HTML, and CSS.
Maybe can you open that example single product sheet? So we had a question from the audience on the exact.
This is an example which is available directly for everybody who has the module. In this, as I mentioned, this is created dynamically by HTML template, but I can upload an image to use as a front page. Table of content is created dynamically, and then I have every single product created more or less like a product data sheet. And in this example, it is dynamic. It means I'm not limited to use only one page. I can utilize also multiple pages. You see here. Then I have next product and so on. So this is nothing challenging. It is all based on our demo data. And you see, I also have a page number on every page. And this is something generated fully dynamically. So system to generate this PDF system do the follows. And the following thing, it generates initially this first page, then it generates all the pages for every related product, which can be selected by a filter, as I mentioned before. And then after everything is merged, a table of content is generated initially without page number. Then everything is merged together. We use for that Go script. And after this, the system determines the page number for every product. So it is a little bit complicated, not for the end user. And then the catalog is regenerated again with appropriate page number. So what was the question?
Well, how these individual blocks are built. So this is a feed, or at least this building block is a feed. I think what is interesting to see is how that feed is constructed. So in this case, with the different attributes for, in this case,
I always start with a type. So if I want to create a catalog, I create a new record for my PDF feed, and for that PDF feed, I select the type aggregation. Aggregation means this feed consists of other feeds. After I selected aggregation, I have an additional panel for my PDF items where I can define out of which content blocks my end PDF should be created. And here I can just create additional items. And here, when I create an additional item, I always must start with the selection of the type. So I need to define, do I want to add a static PDF file? Do I want to add here a table of content? Do I want to add PDF feed? Or do I want to append PDF to add PDF template? So after all the items are created, I just need to arrange them in the appropriate sorting order, and then I can generate the PDF directly. So you see, I have obviously notification that catalog was created. It was a little bit long. It took a little bit long time, but if we check the result, I have a catalog consisting of about 100 pages. So that's why it took me a couple of minutes to produce it. But what I'm proud of, we are talking here about minutes and not about hours. So I think everybody can write. So this is a simple example. Let me show a little bit more complex example. This is a catalog which is created based on our demo data. Here it is a little bit different, and it is more similar, more appropriate for real life. This catalog consists of a front page. This front page, after that, I have my table of content, and then I want to create a separate chapters for my 3 product groups. In our demo instance, I have shoes, I have electronics, and I have household appliances as 3 different product groups. So I can, for every different product group, I can assign a different PDF feed which use a different PDF template. So I can change the presentation of the product detail page for every section of the catalog. So basically, this functionality enables me to create absolutely different catalogs consisting of different informations. Let me show the example we have here. So I have here a custom title page, which is my own PDF I created before our session. Then I have a table of content in a little bit different design. In this catalog, we defined that we want to generate a one page for all variants of a product, and that's why I am able to create a table with my variants dynamically. So for this product, I have more variants, and this is how it looks. So this is the first section about shoes. The second section, you can imagine I can replace this page by some different static PDF document. Then I have my hair phones, and then I have my household appliance. And now I want to exchange to add additional information. For example, I want to add some static PDF document at the end. So let me take this one. So I have a new item. It is added to the end, and this item is some static PDF document looking like this. So this is what I want to add at the end. I like this file, but usually what the customers do, they add some additional information, some marketing images, additional information about office location, addresses, and so on. So it's up to you to define what should be added at the end. Let me generate a new catalog. Let us test how long will it take. It should take less time. Meanwhile, I can show a couple of real life examples. So this is a big catalog I was talking about before, about 500 pages for shipbuilding industry. So you see, I have a lot of products with technical information, with information about my variants, and no attention to design. Here, so this catalog has all the product data, and for every product group you have a separate title page, which is, I think, also generated by them. Here we also have, and this was an additional implementation. We implemented the clickable table of content. So it is not a standard functionality because it is very difficult. But here, if I click on some page, I am forwarded directly to appropriate page. This is just to be able to find easier a product I want to order. This is one example. Second example is more challenging. You see, we have a title page. This title page is a static PDF document, and second page is also a static PDF document. Table of content is dynamically generated. Wait a minute, I have some performance troubles.
Well, it's a live demo, so
as always.
There is a question from the audience, Alex, maybe
yes,
at the same time, which is regarding configurable products or products that are variants of variants. So variance is one level down, right? If you go maybe 2 levels down, how would it then,
It is a matter of configuration. So let me show it here, how we implemented it. So to do this, we need to do a little bit scripting with logic. So it is not about just defining some HTML blocks where my information is located. It's always about how should I take information and which information should be taken. So for here I have a more complex logic, But in this logic is implemented, for example, we dynamically create the one page for all root products. And the script itself checks automatically if the root products has own child products and do it recursively. So regardless how many levels I have, the script will go down till the end, till the latest level, and will determine my variants, collecting on the way to that level by collecting my variant specific attributes. So I can generate, basically I make it look for a non-customer like a 2-level hierarchy, but in the real life it is a multi-level hierarchy which we transform to a 2-level hierarchy.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And the creation of such scripts is a more challenging thing where we could be helpful, for example.
That makes sense. But it is very, very flexible. How do you prevent users getting lost in all that complexity?
We implement it by ourselves. And at the end, user will just click on the button execute when I have it.
That makes sense.
On this button. And for those not able to click on that button, we create catalogs fully automatically through the background jobs.
And do you see customers like creating custom purchase catalogs for their customers, right? So I don't know, you have a customer that has a specific product range with their custom price range, and they just create a custom PDF.
Yes, it is created. And by the way, in a very quickly way. So this is why I mentioned the quotations before, because we can combine both. We can create a quotation, and this quotation can also have all the very specific information. So vast majority of our customers have a complex data structure, data model. So it is not, and we need to do development like I shown before in any case. So because everything is complex, and we create such complex scripts. So let us I generate it once again.
Yeah.
Okay, I jump back to my real life example. So this is the last catalog we created. You see here table of content in a different design. You have one page for a product group. You have table with variants. You have all additional graphics needed to be presented. And this is, by the way, defined also by some markers. So if I add an image to my product, I can assign, for example, a role for that image. And role could be, for example, major image, technical drawing, or light distribution. And if the image is assigned to that role, we can determine in our script automatically where this image is to be placed on the template.
Right.
And here this all ends with the final section, which is fully statically built, static PDF. So this is the information provided by the customer. It is not something we generate, but it is added at the end automatically. And I think this is a different. So you can fully flexibly define which templates you use for which parts of your catalog. And by doing merge, so at the end we just merge the document. So you have the final result as you define that by drag and drop under major content here.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It is super configurable, super powerful. I like the final test of the light demo. Now, I like the flexibility and the configurability. I do think there is some complex things that you indeed need your help to I can really understand, like if you have a large catalog and you need to create lots of technical data sheets, you can use the print capability. But even if you have more, I would say, more marketing focused materials or catalogs, as you said, or quotes or price lists, it makes sense to set up a template for that. And then basically per customer, create a custom price list or custom catalog or custom offer or custom quote. Do you also see this being used for industries that are not as visual? I mean, for retail, I can understand that you want to have a catalog with all your products in it, for example, or for fashion or something like that. But do you also have maybe industries that are like in insurance that are using the PDF generator?
Currently not, but I see no limitation why it cannot be used. As you can see, we can generate everything. What we cannot, what we implement through configuration of such scripts, like I shown before. So what we also did, we have a lot of functionality already implemented here directly, which is available to every customer. There is absolutely no black box logic which is hidden, and so something is implemented and nobody understands why and how it works. So the one where we have a little bit black box logic is this one, table of content. Table of content is very complex in creation, and that's why we implement it as additional item type.
Mm-hmm.
But for all other cases, we are very good equipped with standard functionality, because I can write scripts which can be very complex. And still, if it is and we don't have such a case now, maybe one. But even if it is not enough, we can create an additional type which would implement this custom additional logic needed for some specific customer. This is a way to do. For example, like for that catalog as I shown for shipping industry,
Mm-hmm.
we implemented additionally the possibility to click on the page number. So this is some additional feature.
Right. Yes.
But everything else is achievable with standard functionality, and no need to occupy a developer.
Yeah. There's one maybe final, if I'm looking at the time, Alex, question from the audience or comment, which is regarding sort of the drag and drop interface. And I think what you have here is pretty much drag and drop, right? You just hit the plus button and then you can drag it back and forth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is it's not what you see is what you get, right? That's the only thing maybe where, like, if you want to make it really almost Canva-like, right? So, I mean, you're not trying to build the next Canva, but that would be I think sort of the next step would be really what you see is what you get. But this is already very flexible and very user-friendly.
This is a very complex task, and we did not plan to implement it because there are already a lot of other solutions implemented that. So if you want something like draggable and droppable content blocks where you like I would probably say have a look at print or in between solution. They already implemented something like that. We don't plan to implement that because if you want that functionality, I would rather recommend to use InDesign. And what we can use, for example, we can fully automatically provide the information or the data for InDesign. So you will, in the structures which you define by yourself. So it is even possible to define in which structure the data will be transferred to InDesign. And in InDesign, you can build it like in Canvas.
Yeah.
And this functionality for a web application, which we are, is very complex to achieve, especially if you are talking about millimeter precision. Web is not good enough for that, I think.
Yeah, no, it isn't. But even then, I mean, like in Canva, you cannot even do page numbers, right? So it is a different tool with a different use case. Like it's not yet designed for print, let alone technical, complex printing.
A little bit technical expertise is expected.
Yeah.
So
and you can help
with training.
Otherwise.
With training, we can achieve that. But usually, vast majority of customers just click on the button. They say what they want, we make it possible, and they click on the button, create.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, maybe wrapping up a bit, Alex, as we're coming up on time. If people want more information, where can they find you, or should they just go to the AtroCore website that I already shared in the comments?
You can connect directly on LinkedIn with me. So I use from time to time LinkedIn, or you can email us through the email address mentioned on our website or on both of our websites. We have separate websites for AtroCore and AtroPIM. So it will be a pleasure.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm curious if you have any questions. Well, let us know and reach out to. Even if you didn't dare share those questions, maybe in the live comments, for sure, reach out to Alex. And if you want more information, and let us know as well, and we'll put you in contact with the right persons. Alex, I want to wrap up here and thank you for your time and showing this truly live demo of the PDF generation functionality. That was super cool to see it live, not just as a presentation and a nice flashy sales pitch, which we see quite often, but also actually the live stuff. So thanks a lot.
Thank you for the invitation, Stefan.
And thank you to the audience as well for staying with us. I'd like to invite everyone for the next time. We do lots of webinars with PIMvendors.com, with AtroCore, but also with other solutions and with our own insights as well. So hit on follow on our LinkedIn page and see you on the next webinar. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye-bye.